run it up. I wake up. Yeah.
I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip, just wet, tell him run it up, no sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell him run it up, I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip, just wet, tell him run it up, no sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell him run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady.
We are here. Ebony Sports Reporters. It is Coach Julius Hall. We're going to try to find out where Coach Rob Jiggy is at. Is no telling. He might still be in New Orleans doing what he was doing. Had no business doing. He around there doing gambling and all that other stuff in New Orleans when he's sort of been at his son's game. But I'm not telling nobody's business like that. I'm just letting y'all know. But that's what occurred. And then Coach Bernard Brown, he's out getting lemon pepper wings.
And that's an IV. He getting lemon pepper wings in the IV. Come on, man. Wolverines are strong. We go through anything. Don't show Jamal that any kind of weakness, any type of weakness. None.
It's not an IV. It is called Patron. That's what he's getting, Patron. Some also call it Cavassier. Some also call it Natural Light.
Oh, Lord. He done call out all his drinks. He done call he talking about he dehydrated and need fluid. Dude, you drink beer all damn day. What you think you supposed to have? We don't see you with no water bottle like I'm supposed to get. You know?
So, yes. Oh, yes. So we have a show going on tonight. We sort of have a guest. He will be logging in. He may be calling us. He may be trying to get on in because and with this particular guest, it's going to probably be a little controversial. Some of y'all going to probably be a little mad, be a little upset about it. But it's a conversation that we got to have. That's why Coach Rob. In fact, I had him talking to Coach Rob Jiggy the other day because again, something that is stunning. But we'll move on with regard to this. We're just going to throw it out there with regard to the U.S. Open and with regards to, again, the legacy of Serena Williams. Coach Julius Hall, what's your thoughts with regards to Serena Williams and with regard to her legacy?
Serena Williams and her legacy? I mean, she did what she was supposed to do. She did what we thought that she would do. She's the greatest female tennis player ever. You know, in my estimate, she's the greatest female player ever. She changed the game. She made people want to watch women's tennis. Who wanted to watch women's tennis before that? You know, and but she changed the game. You know, and we're all grateful that she graced us with her presence. You know.
And with regards to that, we'd throw that out. We'd throw this in there. Margaret Court has felt that Serena has not shown her the type of respect that her legacy is so to endure. So, what's your thoughts on that, Coach Julius Hall?
Well, Serena is the best ever. Margaret Court can cry all she wants. If Serena, I mean, you can't like everybody. You can't like everybody. So apparently this woman rubbed her wrong. So Serena never liked her, never gave her the respect she thought she should have had. Hell, ask anybody who Margaret Court is. Nobody knows. Ask anybody who Serena Williams is. Everybody knows. So Margaret, sit your behind down somewhere.
So Tonight, this is Ebony Sports Reporters, and we have someone on here, a guest, the head coach for Tatano County's football team, and that's Coach Isaac Farrell. Now, I'll let y'all know this. This Julius Hall. Where Coach Julius Hall? He left. He jumped out. Why he jumped out like that?
I had to pick up a bottle of water.
Oh, okay. So
What
I'm
Bernard
gonna put it out
should
there.
be drinking. This is what Bernard should be drinking.
So I'm gonna throw this out here. This is my cousin right here. He's my cousin. So he know how I can act. So y'all see, I act like this. Guess what? His wife worse than me. His wife is worse than his wife. Oh, his wife worse than me. Oh my God. I am the quiet one in the whole family. I'm the quiet one.
Hero.
Your cousin. You brought your cousin on the show?
That's right. He's the head coach and was also head coach at Windsor Forest. So I'm just let y'all know. So that here go the deal. And I like Coach Rob Jiggy. I wanted him to make sure he was here, but he ain't no telling what he doing. He doing some stuff probably at 2017. Or no, really, he probably still in New Orleans gambling because his son, what happened, with FSU and all that, because he all excited and stuff like that. Probably in New Orleans. But what happened? Coach Isaac Farrell, I'm gonna let you go. Farrell, I want to let you just go ahead and tell people who you are, and then we're gonna get into a conversation. This is Coach Julius Hall. Coach Julius Hall. He went to Tompkins. Tompkins.
Ain't but one school. Ain't but one school in Savannah. I went to Tompkins. Y'all name another school. Is there another school?
Heavens v. Jenkins High School. They always hate on that. I'm gonna let you know that. They hate on that.
I ain't from Savannah. I coached there for 6 months. I get it. I get it.
They hate. They can't handle the Warriors. But again, we the nation, Warrior Nation. They can't handle it. But go ahead. We want people to know who you are and then what you do, and then we're gonna have a conversation on something that you said that was absolutely shocking. And like I told before you came on, I told folks some people are gonna be a little bothered. They're gonna think that we picking on a situation. We not picking on a situation. And I think Coach Julius Hall gonna say, I told y'all. But go ahead.
The conversation started. Like I said, give you my background. I've been coaching this is year 27 for me, and I've been a head coach in Atlanta. I've been a head coach in the Chatham County area. I'm trying to get my laptop. Oh, here we go. I got my laptop. I had it on my phone, and this phone ain't good. All right, that's better. Hold on a second. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
What I was getting at is I've been a head coach, been coaching here in the state of Georgia, played at Georgia Southern University, and I had 3 kids to sign with Savannah.
And you're head coach where? I was going to you're the head coach where? So let people know.
I'm a head coach at Tatton County High School in Reedsville, home of Shannon and Sterling Sharp. A lot of times you hear Shannon talking about that little hometown that he grew up in. That's the one he's talking about. I'm the head coach there. If you probably know William Hall, Coach Bill Hall, very famous in this area. He's a good friend. He actually lives in Savannah. He kind of endorsed me also. I've been the first African American head football coach at Windsor Forest High School and at Tatton County High School. So I broke the ground on both. When I got the Tatton County job, a lot of people still can't believe I'm the head coach there. A lot of times the referee comes and he said, "Where your head coach at?" And I just had jokes. I point over there, but it's me. But what I'm getting at is I've had a lot of kids to sign scholarships in a lot of different areas. Savannah State, I just had 3 to sign at Savannah State this year. And I've got 4 others from Windsor Forest that played for me that signed at Savannah State. And then I just recently had 2 of my players call me and say, "Coach, we need a helmet and shoulder pads."
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I said. I went past wow. I said, "You need a what?" Well, we don't have the shoulder pad. They don't have enough shoulder pads. One of them is a running back, And he said, Coach, they gave me these offensive line shoulder pads. And so I gave him some shoulder pads and a helmet out of my equipment room. And then I did some research and come to find out that also the kids from Richmond Hill had to do the same thing, and the kids from I think Appleton County, because I know the majority of kids that get signed, and there's a lot of kids call me about getting in schools. And what I try to tell them that University of Georgia, Georgia Tech, those aren't the only people that hand out scholarships. That the smaller schools, and that the main thing is you want to get an education. It ain't, everybody ain't going to play no Division I football. It's not. Claude, I tell you, we just had one of our cousins just commit to LSU the same night they got beat. But he is different. We have another cousin, which is my nephew. He's one of the top receivers at Walton High School. So as far as when athletics, I've been doing this a long time, and I see it going in a bad direction for our kids, especially with this transfer portal. And I hate it for schools like Savannah State, the way they operating and doing, because it could be a good university. And I think Deion Sanders is setting the standard too, that we got to do better than this. I mean, they can do way, way better. And I'm a Georgia Southern graduate, and I know exactly, when it comes to the monies and how you operate with monies, how it's done. I also sit on the Eagle Football Alumni Association. I'm on their board, and we raise over $100,000 each year, and we give to Georgia Southern University to scholarship one of their football players. We're just old football players that get together. I'm the founder of the Ert Russell Classic. We put that on, and those are things that Savannah State, if they were to I don't have a problem. I've had, when Coach Quinn was there, he actually asked me to come in and to help him set up. He wanted to do an association like the EFAA. I knew Coach Quinn very well because he coached at Georgia Southern also. And we were good friends, and he wanted to bring me, but then he left. But to me, Savannah State's a gold mine, but the way they operate, I mean, that's off the chain.
So, Coach, did those kids that asked you about the helmet and the shoulder pad, what school they went to? Savannah State?
Yeah, they're at Savannah State today. One of them was on
and that's crazy because, see, you have all that. I blame that on the athletic director and the president.
Oh, I get it. I mean, I get it. Yeah.
They can tap into Gulfstream. They can tap into Union Camp, Georgia Pacific. They got big companies here that they can tap into to ask them for this help, and they don't. You have not because you ask not.
That's right.
Anybody else go and ask these people for it, they'll give it to them freely because they can write it off. You just got to go ask.
I agree 100%. I was in the short time that I was in Savannah as the head coach at Windsor Forest. I mean, just at Windsor Forest, I generated enough money to get new uniforms, to get and I'm at Windsor Forest now. And I will say this, I understand I went to Northside High School in Warner Robins, probably one of the top high schools in the state of Georgia. I tell folks,
HBJ played them too. HBJ played them too. Just let you know that.
They lost to them too. But I will tell people this right here. If I was to ever go back and coach in Savannah, I want to go back to Jenkins. Let me tell you why. I felt like their alumni base gets behind their football team and allowed their head coach got more support than I got at the Windsor Forest. It seems like to me, Jenkins is that spot to me. And I coached there for a little time. And I ain't saying I did. It just seemed like Jenkins is that spot.
We want to see what's on your desk. Can you hold your camera down to your desk? Do you have a script or something you reading from? Did Jamar give you a script to read?
He didn't have to give me no script. I'm just going off of the experience. I know when we played them, their fan base, I know for a fact the amount of money that their alumni is generating for their athletic program. Because I was like, hey man, how can Jenkins generate this, and this? But we can't even get 50 cents from my alumni. I mean, they have a whole bank of money. I mean, and Beach, to me, here's the sad part about high school athletics in Savannah, should be one of the top in the state. There's no reason why. You have more athletes than anybody this side of 95. But the way that you go about and operate them schools, I mean, that don't make no sense. It don't. I mean, it took me 6 months. I had, hey man, y'all can hold this. You know, I won in 1 year at Windsor Forest, and when I was there, now I think they're struggling to win one, and they're in our region. We're playing them for homecoming. So I mean, to me, Jenkins to me is that the model that I think that you can use. And I know Tony Welch. I know Welch was at Claxton, and he'll do a good job there. They got good athletes over there, but there's just so many things that I feel like Savannah could do to make it better. And you know, I started voicing my opinion, and I started getting my hand slapped. So you ain't gonna slap my hand but 1 or 2 times, I'm out. You know.
I was gonna say this show right here is breaking information that no other show, no other media outlet has discussed at all. Because now I'm gonna tell you this. That again, I share with y'all. This is my cousin right here. What I share with what he's saying, that is him. Because he and I had some other conversation years ago when he was at Windsor, things that he attempted to do that he got thwarted on doing from because you even had folks paying to come here, paying y'all to pay, and that they then told y'all that because he generated money for Windsor Forest, but then they said, and I'm gonna let you go and tell it because everything we say, this is all be done on Ebony Sports Reporters, no one else. And then the Savannah, we're gonna get in there too. We not, like I said, I know some people gonna be getting upset, getting bothered. All we're doing is trying to tell the truth, and that we want people to understand we got to do better for our athletes. And just what he said, Savannah should be dominated with regards to that. And so, even when he now able to bring some money to Windsor Forest, the Board of Education said we got to control that money. But he was the one that did the deal. But go ahead, I want you to tell that story.
Anytime a football program, anything takes in over $1,000, you have to send it to the board office. I set up a game with Coffee County High School down in Douglas, Georgia. I tell you, and it was a money game. They offered me $20,000 to come down there and pay them for 2 years. So I go and I say, hey, I'm going to do this because I'm going to generate some money. But my program, it is what it is. Y'all going to beat us. I get it. It's all good. But I might beat you. The board said, well, if you do that, then you're going to have to give us the 10. And I said, hold up, man. The mafia don't at least give 25%. Y'all taking all of it. So I was like, hey, man, I ain't doing that. I ain't going out there to sacrifice my kids and my job to give it to the board office, and then you take my money and hand it out how you want. It don't work like that. My wife don't even do that. So that's the kind of stuff they do. And then if you take in anything over $1,000, you got to send it to the board office and let them distribute it. I ain't telling you, and anybody can get on here. Dr. Helen Baker get on here. She can't even say that. John Sanders, the county AD, him too. He can get on here. I tell him the same thing. So that's what I'm saying. What I did, and I had some donors, and I do have people on the outside. What I do is say, hey man, if it's over 1,000, I just say if somebody gave me 2,000, so I tell them to cut it up in the $300 checks, and then I deposit it like that. So you have to find ways to beat the system, but why? Why I got to do that?
Is it when you do that? So what you do when you cut it, when they give you that amount of money, is it an account for the football team or?
Yeah, there's an account at each high school has a football account. I got a football account at Tappan County High School. Most high schools have an account that's just for that football. Each sport has its own account. Football got an account, basketball got an account, baseball got an account. And so what they do is whatever monies that you generate, that money, if it's not over 1,000, it's supposed to go. It goes into that football account. So then I can order like my shirts for the coaches, just that mouthpieces, whatever little deals that I need to order. But you can't really get it. The account can't go over a certain amount because if it does, then the board gonna get involved with it. They're gonna be like, hey man, why all that money in there? So when they get involved, you can't really operate the way I want to operate. The way I can operate at Tappan. And then like paying coaches, there's not even getting into that. I mean, the pay is like, come on, man. It ain't. I had my assistant, which is like my right hand man, and he's from Savannah. He's actually from Savannah. He was he's my top assistant, and he was making $4,000. That was his supplement. $4,000. Man, get out of here. So he's my top assistant now at Tatton County, and it's a whole lot more than that. And even my supplement at Tatton County is probably doubled, if not over doubled. So those little things to me, that's why you have lay coaches, and everybody want to do lay coaches. I get it. But a lay coach is not invested in a kid the day in and day out. If he's been working at the porch all day, and then he pull up at 3:30, if he got there at 3:30, that was the thing. He might not have got there at 4. He don't really know that this kid done been in trouble, been in ISS. He ain't really got that kind of relationship with the kid because he doesn't see him all day. So that's why I need coaches in the building. Those are things that to make and improve a program. That's why you see the schools that call Savannah all the time. They just want to play them, and I hate to say it and put it like this, they just pimping them out. They know they're gonna beat them. They know they're gonna beat them. Hey, we're gonna play. That's like right now. Brantley County is on GPB. And they're in my region. Does this first 3 football games: Atkinson County, Groves, Beach, and Johnson. So they're all over. Now, Brantley usually doesn't win that much, but now they're winning. They're 4-0. Atkinson County, Groves, and Beach, all 3 combined record is 0-30 right now. Right now today. Why? Brantley County knows I can play them. We can probably beat them. So I'm gonna do the same thing. And I know Michael Thompson. I'm good friends with Mike over at Beach. He's a Georgia Southern grad too. So, I was over there when I was in there when all that mess went down with Islands. I was over at Windsor. I stayed out of it, and all they were doing was taking them kids, farming them to Islands, and I called them little street pimps. They were taking them over to Islands. I mean, they were bashing me when I took the Windsor Forest job, all kinds of stuff. Savannah got to do better. It's off the chain to me. And I ain't from there. Like I said, he is my cousin, but I know just my experience there. It wasn't. I can't do that. I ain't doing that. So that's to me, like I said, Savannah got too many athletes in it. Football, that's just like right now. So Windsor Forest High School is in our region. How I put this? They can't even find enough girls to play in the softball. So now they're going to go play slow pitch softball. How slow pitch softball going to help any kid get in college? Nobody even play. Only people play slow pitch softball is the church league. So Windsor going to switch over to slow pitch softball because they don't have the coaches or the people to help those girls learn how to play fast pitch softball. Now they talking about the baseball team. I think the baseball team might have dropped out of the region and gonna play non-region because they don't, they feel like they can't compete. Those are little things to me because those are our kids. I know how to, they use all those little undertones. Oh man, even the kids at Tapper, even the kids that I coach, because my school is probably about 60-40. Oh, we playing in one of them schools out of Savannah, man. I can tell my kids right now we playing a school out of Savannah. They'd be like, man, whatever. We'll play. It ain't gonna phase them.
So now, see, back in the day, you couldn't say that. Everybody feared every school in Savannah back in the day.
What?
But let me
in
tell
basketball?
you the problem. Huh?
In basketball?
In everything. They feared us.
That must have been before
everything.
Me. I know when I grew up.
Any of these teams came here, you got your butt cut. Back when I was in school in the 80s, 79, 80, 81, you got your butt cut when you come here. Everybody feared these schools. All our schools was liable to beat anybody in the state at that time, except probably Warren Robert. But anyway, but the problem now is that these kids take Groves. Groves won their first game in 4 or 5 years the other night? First game in 4 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did they win? Oh, okay. I didn't know they won.
Yeah, they won. So, what it is these kids, don't want to play sports no more. They rather be in gangs, you know, and they rather run the streets. They rather be on these here all day long, you know. It's just crazy.
Oh, it is, and I get it. I got that same issue too. I just dealt with, and then the parents too. I mean, that's twofold. Now, to understand, we got issues at Tapman now because that issue is over there too. A lot of times they just want to use us as the babysitter, and like I just had an issue with two that didn't want to come to practice. So you don't come to practice with me, you get dismissed. So then she want to say, well, they're gonna be walking the street. Well, they your kids, you let them walk the street, So that's what I'm saying. So it is an outlet, but we just got to take to me, here's the deal. The kids that want to do well, we spend so much time trying to pull little Johnny. If little Johnny want to be in the street, hey man, the street, here go the consequences. And then you got that kid in the middle of the road that we look past him. He want to do better, but we spend so much time with our kids that at risk. Okay, go be at risk. Because I'm trying to get this kid that's looking me in my face, but because he's quiet, he's making good grades, he doesn't cause any problems. But we look past him to little Johnny who back there robbing, stealing, killing, acting like a nut, and trying to give him all the interventions in the world, and he don't want to take them. So that's kind of where I'm at with it, as far as, hey, I'm taking a little man, meet me halfway. If you can't meet me halfway, then hey man, I feel bad for you.
Now, part of this is that, again, we put on the kids, is that it's a failure with regard to governmental entities that should be involved in this. Again, it's not the truth. So it being in gangs, just like Coach Sam Carter and I talk about this often, that the kids would not be in gangs if you provide them with recreational activities. Right now, even at Jenkins, because again, what was said, that they cannot even play JV games at Jenkins. So when we talk about with Groves and all this stuff, they can't play JV games because they say they don't have metal detectors. That's what they're saying. So now that means Jenkins JV must go. They must play games away. That's what they must play games away. And then they're like saying, who should be the ones in charge of? Why can't you all do that? And that's, again, it's the adults who are not doing it. And so that's why now I'm sharing the stuff that I have felt and what I have said. It's not something that people think I said this stuff. It's just popped up overnight. Here you go again. Coach Farrell and I, we and I had these conversations going back years ago. And when he told me about that money situation, that I understood that is a major issue. That is a problem here. That if they go and garner monies for their school programs, that the Board of Education, 208 Bull Street, now are the ones that they're going to siphon them, take the money away, and then determine what they want to do with it when they are the ones negotiating. Will we not say that's wrong? And I even said something years ago about it, but guess what? It fell on deaf ears. People brushed it on off. No, because we got our friends in these positions. We got our relatives in these positions. We say nothing about it. Then when the stuff happened with regards to Beach, then it's like, oh, and I even said something. Then had a school board member, they tried to justify and rationalize to me about this when I'm like saying, yo, these are the problems. So now when I'm around other coaches who are not telling me the stuff, and I'm like saying, yep. And so when we try to figure out why our schools are not successful in Savannah, we are not putting the mirror on ourselves as adults with regards to 208 Bull Street. That again, who are the people? In fact, throw it out there. Coach Sam Carter and I had a conversation again. Y'all know I talk about Jenkins. I love Jenkins, but I got a love-hate relationship with Jenkins. Just to be real about it. But then we discussed, why would you set up a football field with the goalpost going towards Durant Avenue? Why would you allow that to even happen? That meant that school board officials allowed that. You can't even use the field at all. So here go other coaches saying, why did that happen? I say, and they went and said, I went and said, it's based on people at 208 Bull Street. We're not trying to bash anybody. We're just saying, why would they not listen to the people? Because they say, you got to have other people at the table. They don't have us at the table. So that's why they do it. They say, unless you got this huge golf net, that's the only way you can even use the other field. The other goalpost to even kick a field goal or anything. But then people when it said, and then even the architects didn't even do it correctly. But nobody held them accountable and looked at that at all. So we like saying, so now you're saying, oh, the students at Jenkins will have fight, and we can't do any games there because of the violence. And so here you got this magnificent field that's not even going to be, which is, as we discussed this week right here, a waste of money. No one. And so imagine if you got these coaches who are now, and again, other people who got some sense, some other people who can now step in and say, wait a minute, that's designed wrong. If you can get $10,000 for a game and that goes into the coffers of the school, imagine what can happen. There are no pep rallies. So Julius Hall just shared this with you, might not know. There are no pep rallies also. No pep rallies. So people saying, listen, so when you talk about gangs, we talk about gangs, people saying the kids can't even have school morale, school support. Chatham County, no pep rallies. They like saying people going out of town. So I'm like, okay. And now I say some people tonight gonna get upset. About this right here because y'all think we're stepping on some toes. No, we ain't stepping. We're smashing some toes right now because everybody else, Savannah Morning News doesn't discuss it. WTOC, SAV, JCL, TGS, nobody discuss it. And I'm saying time out because especially now, because we need to move on this other one too. Or I'll let you go ahead and see what y'all got to say. But
I got one for you. I got a question for you. I'm gonna see if you can answer this one. And nobody even think about this. If you look in the middle of each field, Memorial High School, it's turf field, right? What emblem is in the middle of Memorial High School? It say what? SCC what? PS, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the other school at Groves, they say Savannah, Chatham County Public Schools, right? That one, and they use the one. What they say in the middle of islands? The Island Sharks. Think about it now. Think about it now. The Island Sharks.
They are treated too differently. I've been noticed that.
And, so now, why you think kids don't act the way they act? Because we treat kids ain't crazy now. Kids treat one like this and another one like this.
I brought it up to my wife. She's on the school board, and I brought it up to her that why does Island get to dictate to the school system what the hell they want? Why do they have games where they say they don't want games after a certain time at night? How the hell they get to dictate that, but everybody else got to listen to the noise, but they don't have to? This is just racist all day long. And you got black people that's running it that's bound down to them. It's just crazy. No, if they can listen to that memorial, you can listen to that.
That's right.
If they can listen to that at Groves Field, you can listen to that.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely.
You don't want to hear BC cannons going on. What's stopping them from scoring then?
Yeah. That's it. And so now what I thought Coach Julius Hall was going to jump on, because Coach Julius Hall wanted a certain coach at Savannah State. They wanted a certain coach at Savannah State that had local ties, and that the local community could have gotten around. And so now with this situation right here, so I'm gonna tell you what happened. I want to say on Tuesday night, I got a text message from my cousin, and I'm like, what? And I contacted Coach Rob Diggy because he had said some stuff also. And so now at Savannah State, here it is. You got college players contact their high school coaches for equipment. What does that say about us as a community? Not only are we not supporting them with regards to the high school, so not even on the collegiate level, we are not doing so. Savannah brags about what we are and who we are and all this other stuff like that. But when it comes down to athletics, we're not even there. We can't even stand up and deliver. We're not even stand up and deliver. And then so we try to figure out why everybody like this, we ain't got nothing to do.
And Jamal, the thing is that had they hired Lamar Owens Jr., he could have rallied the community to have fundraisers for these kids to have those efficient equipment. But you got a guy that's not from here, that don't know nobody, that can't do this. So, now it falls back on the athletic director and the president. Why y'all need to get out here and do something? Neither one of them from here. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to have some local people on your staff so that they can tell you what you need to do. Because for some reason, these people are lost, and I think it might be part of what they are trying to do to have these people in place so the school can fail.
Well, I even heard that. Now I heard this pretty reliable. So I heard that ain't even paying the assistants. I heard that them assistants out there that I know for a fact. I know because Quinn wanted to bring me on the staff. I mean, I don't even think he could offer $20,000. I come home to Claude Cousin and say that Savannah State gonna pay me 20. Man, it's gonna be hell to pay around here. That ain't gonna work. My wife like to eat Longhorns and eat in Savannah, and that's why she like when I was down there. But that ain't, you got to pay coaches. Look at what Dion doing at Jackson State. He has really turned Jackson State. See, your football team is your vehicle to me to not just the football program. It's known data at high school. If football starts the season off, it's gonna kick the morale. If your team sucks, your attendance gonna go down, kids' morale gonna go down, all that good stuff. So he has gone in there and changed that program. They said the enrollment at Jackson State just blowing up. Now what he's done is too. Dion is touched with his resources, and they're able to cut. Like you see, Michael Vick at practice, Warren Sapp coming to practice. Well, guess what? I know Lamar personally when he was at Georgia Southern. Matter of fact, I knew he was in there. We had some conversation. Lamar could have came in there. Don't think he couldn't use his Benedictine connects to help Savannah State. They ain't got no problem writing no check. You ain't got to know that them Benedictine folk wrote you that check, and you ain't got to go talk about them folk writing you that check. I deal with it at Georgia Southern all the time. We have people write us checks all the time, but that don't mean we go out and say who wrote the check. And Lamar could have done that. Plus, he's known in the area. He know the coach. He was at Georgia Southern. He recruited the area. He would have been phenomenal at moving that program. And I say that Quinn was doing a good job of bringing that program out. I mean, they had won. They were winning. They had. I mean, now it done gone to, oh my land. I tell people all the time, I felt like the job was a gold mine. I felt like Savannah State is a gold mine just because I can recruit this area and the Atlanta area. You ain't got to go that far. And that's what Quinn did. You got Jacksonville, you got the Low Country. You can go all the way to Macon and recruit and get good football players. And see, right now is the time to get them because of the transfer portal. See, what a lot of people don't realize, a high school kid coming out right now ain't going to get recruited because you got all these kids in this transfer portal. I'm a college coach. What am I going to get this high school kid for when I can go over here to the transfer portal and get Big Johnny out this transfer portal who has game experience? I don't need this high school kid no more. That's what's happening. So high school kids are getting punished for. You're gonna see some good kids go to Jacksonville State, Miles, and all the. Somebody said Savannah State doesn't have a boot. I mean,
yes, Savannah State does have a booster club.
I think they got a booster club.
They do.
Yeah, we're just low on fuel.
We have a booster club.
But those are the things to me. Savannah State. I mean, to me, it's so many. And I can tell you right now, Savannah State signed a kid out of Appleton that I played against. I tell folks right now, I don't even know why the reason he at Savannah State is because of that transfer portal. Because that boy ain't got no business playing at Savannah State. I ain't gonna say him a lie. He's that good. But he probably got caught up in the transfer and boom, boom, boom. So, they offered him and he took it. I know 4 of them kids that played for me at Windsor Forest that's playing at Savannah State. And then they signed 3 of mine. One didn't make it in, didn't even go down there. So, I mean, he probably would have went for free, but he was a kicker. And I know right now he's better than the kicker they got. So, it's sad. Then when my kids call me and tell me that, I'm like, come on.
And then it's incumbent upon your legislators who go to Atlanta, and it's incumbent upon that president, to go and lobby for more money. You got to lobby for more money. so that to make these programs competitive. Because if you don't, then it's going to die. And
Well, what you
when the
got to do is
football program dies,
your athletic director got to be that mover and the shaker, like at Georgia Southern. He got to be a mover and a shaker. If you come to a Georgia Southern football game, it's one thing I learned from the athletic directors at being on the board. Coming to a Georgia Southern football game is not the football game. It's about the experience. What kind of experience are you making me have when I come to the Savannah State game? When you come to a Georgia Southern game, other than, at Savannah State, the big experience is homecoming. Everybody talk about homecoming. Well, every game, if you go look at their schedule, there's some kind of event going on at every game. Whether it's teacher this or we had our teacher at one of our high schools got to walk down on the field. Why Savannah State? Hey man, have the teacher of the month come from Jenkins High School, recognize them. All right, now what's gonna happen? She gonna bring all her family to the game because they're gonna want to see her. Why you don't have the rec league or have the high school? You can have all this kind of stuff. At Georgia Southern, they will sell you the doorknob. If you want to turn it and be that special, all right, man, it costs you $500 if you want to turn that doorknob. That's how you generate money. And you gotta be a mover and a shaker. You gotta go out there and get it done. You gotta go out there and talk to folks and to get that money. I'm just at Windsor. I'm at Chattanooga County High School right now. I raised over $20,000 just at a high school by myself at a high school. So you gotta have an athletic director with here's the biggest word being an athletic director. You gotta have vision. If you ain't got no vision, what you doing? I mean, you selling a bad or good. And see, a lot of times you gotta have. I think Savannah State could be, like I said. I mean, where's the weight room at? I think in order for them kids to even work out, they have to go over to what the little place over there in the stadium, where the little Olympic thing. I think that's where they work out at. I don't even know if they got a weight room.
They don't have a weight room because
we're weight room.
Yeah, we had a project in the works where we were offering to build, and we met with Coach Quinn and his assistants, had lunch with him, and we had a project in the works that we were offering to build them a weight room. But the thing is, there was no initiative from them to sign on to that either, and that was a problem. There was no initiative. They didn't, jump out and say, "Oh, here's the leather y'all wanted," to say that we're going to be a sponsor of this. I forgot the guy's name. He got some funny name. Is he the athletic director? Yeah, some funny name. I forgot the guy's name. He's the athletic director. But we had a great meeting, but they never followed up to say, let's see how we can do this. It wasn't costing you nothing. Had the project. And the project is still in the works, but had the project took off then, here it is. We're trying to give you $1 million to build you a new weight room, and you acting a fool.
Well, I mean,
not getting back with us.
I just put in at Chattanooga County High School when I first took the job. The superintendent asked me, "Coach Farrell, what's the first thing you're gonna need?" I said, "I need a weight room. I need a weight room ASAP." She said, "All right. So what are we gonna do to get it?" So we made some moves here and there to the tune of about $250,000. I got a brand new weight room. Here's my weight room.
Okay.
That's my Savannah State weight room. Can't even touch that.
And that's a high school weight room.
Weight room.
High school. Yeah.
And there's a low end high school. This ain't even that weight room. Right. But that's the only way you're gonna get your program.
That's your weight room?
That's my weight room. Yeah, that's my weight room at my high school.
Listen, everybody at Savannah State and Authority need to be damn fired.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't get you got baseball, football,
everybody in our football program,
tennis.
Everybody in our football program, everybody in our athletic department works out in this weight room. And this right here,
be holding fundraisers to build a darn weight room. Look at that weight room. And Savannah State don't even have one there, university.
And I got the logo put in the middle of it.
Under the University of Georgia. And you don't have a weight room. Really?
But see, y'all got money. Y'all got money from Shannon and Sterling. That was y'all got money. See, y'all got two superstars. You know, can Sterling right there, NFL. You know, then you got Shannon on. You know, Undisputed and all that. And
I thought they were in. I thought they were out. They out of Tappan County.
Yeah, they from Tappan. Shannon and Sterling from Tappan County. They from Glenville, Georgia.
Out of Evans County. I don't know why I'm thinking.
No, that's Claxton. Them boys from Tappan County, Glenville, Georgia.
Yeah. So that's why y'all got. That's why y'all can do that stuff. Y'all. That's where y'all got the money from. That $250 grand. That's where it came from. That way it came from them.
I hate to say it.
Shannon Sharp went to Savannah State, and Savannah State still ain't got nothing. He should have got something there. You know.
But I just, like I said, those are little bitty things to me as an athlete to have a vision. Let's start with the weight room and go from the weight room to I'm going to get my football program going, my basketball. You got to have vision, and you can't just sit back and hope for somebody to hit the lotto and get some money. I mean, you're going to have to go out there and do some fundraisers. That's like, and I said I use Georgia Southern because I just see they generate a lot of money. There's a lot of opportunities that a lot of people that'll give. You just got to go out there and sit down and have some coffee with them and let them see your vision and let them see what you want to do, how you want to grow. And Savannah State could be it. Like I said, I think it's a gold mine. To be honest with you. I still do. I think it's it just saddens me to see it. And I'm not even down there. You know, I don't know how, like I said, the only relationship I had with a Savannah State is whooping them on Saturday when I was playing at Georgia Southern. But I just think it's a gold, man. I think Quinn was on to something and he got gone. He got tired of beating it. He got tired of, you know.
And then decisions were made about who will be the head coach. And I'm not knocking the head coach. I'm not knocking the search committee. I'm not knocking all that. But then just like when you're going to talk about this issue right now, that again, and I'm saying Julius Harlem had been adamant about the campaign for Lamar Owens Jr. That they want Lamar to get that position. That what they had been about. But then also what they understood too, that the local ties and that the local support that could kick in. Even with regards to something like you shared, like I said, I was stunned. And just to let anybody out there checking out the show, and we say to you all, should have been saying to you, share. But it's going to be repeated also. This is information that no other media outlet, no one, this is an exclusive right here for our Black media, Ebony Sports Reporters, that what could have happened, that if something like that was needed, and again, I'm not advocating per se for Lamar Owens Jr. if he was head coach, but if something like that was happening, the same people that were in his corner supporting him, he could possibly go on to them and say, "Hey, Julius, I got a situation going on. I need to get a campaign. We gotta get some funding because we got a deficit, so we need some support. We need y'all to start making them connects." And so from going from there to ILA and everybody, you see Gulfstream, everybody now people now reaching out and then saying even coming down to that you now, as you were saying, Isaac, that again making them connects with everybody, so everybody's now invested into the program and people buying into the program. And so I look at also some athletes that I know who are in the transfer portal, who are from here, from high schools here, from Windsor, like Devin Todd, them, who, if they were playing at Savannah State right now, nobody can touch them because but they are not out of town. You know, they're out of town. They're at St. Aug, they're at Edward Waters, they're at Stetson, they're at all these other schools that I might say, if we got some, and why I say some of that, if Coach Rod Digger was on here, he'd been like, yeah, Devin, because they are 27-17 athletes. And they are told about Savannah State. So it's like, hey, because they will deliver the product. But then sometimes we're not investing in our own, and they got people sitting there in these positions who are not making it happen. So that's why I'm like, this is something that I've been, because of Isaac, I've been like saying, having issues with this for a long time.
But you even think about this. Let's say this new coach, like you said, we ain't bashed the new coach, and we want him to be successful. So here's the thing: if he's not successful, how you fire him? How can you fire him? You ain't do your part. You ain't done your part. So you're gonna bring this man in here and say, "Hey, man, we're going in a different direction." Well, he ought to say, "No, we ain't. I mean, you ain't helped me do this. You ain't helped me do that. That ain't fair to him." As a coach, I'm talking from a coach. That ain't fair to him. How you gonna fire the man? You ain't doing the helping. What you doing to help? It take a whole village to get that program going. And it just, like I said, shoot. Like he just said, what about them kids in that train? I'd go in that transfer portal. How many on scholarship money? And I mean, I don't know. That just like I said, I wish you the best of luck. And I'm a Georgia Southern grad. I just know it could be a gold mine. Like I said, I've said 100 times.
They don't want
all his churn and graduate from Georgia Southern too. Just to let y'all know, all his churn.
Except for one.
Yeah, I'm just saying I wasn't gonna get in there, but yeah, she in the military, but she
you got one of UGA's.
Oh, she went to UGA. Oh, I thought about
I got one of UGA. Yeah, she went against the grain.
Okay. I thought she okay, she's the reserve and just said bam. I thought she
she done go to UGA to go to medical school. I said, I hear you.
And Coach Julius Hall, what were you about to say?
Huh?
What were you about to say, Coach Julius Hall? You was gonna say something.
I say these schools are locally, we talk about it a whole lot on all our shows, Jamar, and it's about being unified. It's about being united so that you can do things, because you got more power when you can put people together. Numbers, everybody look at numbers. If numbers don't lie, and if you got 100 people in your booster club and they're all out working and they're doing things, then fine. We're partying without a purpose all the time around here. We're doing things without a purpose. Two things that they do well, and they don't raise money well, but they party well. And that's part of the problem. We got to get these people to look at how you can raise money for these programs, and you got to be able to put some kind of fire under it. You weren't gonna get no fire out of it bringing in somebody from Washington D.C. You got to bring in somebody who's local, who can say everybody knows him. Everybody's gonna be at those games. You're gonna fill the stadium. All the players are gonna want to. People are gonna want to have their sons and stuff come in, just like with Dion. We could have rallied around this kid. Showed their games locally. So that people can see. It's a lot of stuff that can be done, but they're not wanting to do it because it's almost like a form of gentrification. They want to let the school fail so that some other school can take it over.
But I ain't gonna say they're gonna take it over. I ain't gonna agree with that. I just want the opinion of Coach Julius Hall, the opinion solely of Coach Julius Hall, not the opinion of every sports reporters.
That's correct.
Just want that to be known.
That's just me thinking outside the box.
So now the thing comes down to, what must we do to be better about this? What must we do? What must we do to be better about this with regard to the high school? What are some of the thoughts with regard to the high schools? And then with regards to now going on, say, a situation like Savannah State, because now I'll let y'all know, it's not just Savannah State in the situation. Another school also has had a situation where they've had the players protesting. That's at FAMU. That again, FAMU. You got a controversy that occurred. 26 players were denied that being able to play. Their eligibility came into question. It was a problem. So they like saying, listen, our schools got to do better. We brag about, talk about the HBCU experience when it comes to football, and that we go, and now one of the funny things, no, it wasn't funny, kind of sad actually. Person said to me, we really don't go to a HBCU football game for the football game. We go there for the band. And so this was someone who said that to me on last Sunday after the game on Saturday evening. And so I just looked at him, and he said that in front of some other people, and I was just like, okay. But that's what the thoughts of some of them. And I'm saying, what must we do to make our programs better? That's what must we do on the collegiate level, but also now locally here in Savannah, Chatham County, what do we need to do? What are some of the suggestions that y'all have? We want to throw out there because we know people checking out the show, but we want them also down here some solutions and what they might be able to engage in.
Well, I mean, you're talking about biggest thing, like I said, is to get your groundwork. Where do you want it to go? So get like-minded people to help get together and say, all right, this is what we want to do. What is the process that we need to do to move this program from here to right here? If it's truly that's what we want to do. So we get these people, we want to move our program from here to here. So now we need to look at what the process is to get from point A to point B, sit down and you have all the like-minded people. We do that same thing when we try to educate a child. We always talk about data. We talk about differentiated instruction. We talk about all these different. The same thing with athletics. That's all. Coaching ain't nothing but teaching. It ain't nothing but teaching you how to play. If you infamous words of Eddie Robinson, which a great teacher can coach and a great coach can teach. So how do we move from point A to point B and taking like these kind of conversations and making something happen? Who we got to find that person that can make it happen. Let's make it happen. All right, you got these people, let's move it through the process. And I don't think you just go into it without a plan, because that's where you start getting stuff messed up, when you start going into something without a plan. I think that's just where you start. And then if Savannah State, you start with the athletic director. I mean, and then athletic director, you go, to the president, the eight, really take all them around the table, and not. I don't think you throw shade at them and say, hey, this is where we want our program. We want our program to be right here. What are we doing to move our program from here to here? Does it mean we need to go out and hire this person? We need to hire that person, this person. But guess what it's going to take? So we're going to have to move some monies around and this, that, and the other, or else it's going to be this. It's just going to be a lot of tailgate parties going on. That's what and I'm a bunch of like conversations, and we having a bunch. Guess what? They don't care. They can go in their office and shut the door. There ain't nothing gonna happen. We can sit here and bark all we want.
They came there, and then I done seen 2 rounds of employee cuts at Savannah State. 2 rounds in the last 3 years, I think, of cuts of employees. You got to have people there that want the program to succeed. You got to have people there that has a vision for the future of it. You got to have people there that's going to lobby the state capitol for funding so that you can build your programs. If you steady cutting people, after a while, the whole program has to die, because there's no growth. If you're cutting, there is no growth. And so you got people in there who, it seems, Ms. Washington, I call people name here, when it should be. So don't hold your head over your thing. They got rid of your ass too.
Brought him to the promised land, though, baby. He's a GSU Eagle.
You don't have a vision for that school, Miss Washington. You don't have a vision. You can't articulate a vision to us in this community for that school, so you need to go. They put you in there as a dummy, Herschel Walker. That's what they put in there as Herschel Walker, so that the school can fail. It's a systematic plan that might be 20 years away, but it's a plan all the less.
The opinion of Coach Julius Hall is solely the opinion of Coach Julius Hall.
That's correct.
Not the opinion of Ebony Sports Reporters.
And don't care whether I hurt your feelings.
Oh.
That's the way I see it. I call it as I see it. What are you doing for that school? You cutting staff. That means that you lose the whole school. That whole school is in the university system of Georgia. They're going to be under Georgia Southern in a minute.
That won't happen. Okay. That won't happen. That won't happen.
Yeah.
Again, the opinion of Coach Julius Hall, solely the opinion of Coach Julius Hall. We're saying that will not happen. That's not the opinion of Ebony Sports Reporters. So yes, I always have everyone who check out the show. I have to say this all the time because they get a little controversial on here. They say stuff that to the other two ain't here, and that's a good thing. I can only imagine what they probably been saying, the stuff that would come out their mouth. Because this is Julius a little bit more sensible than some of them, but some of them they express some stuff. Their tongues are so curt. It's just like fire in their tongue. But oh God! But he's just as bad because he like to call out names, and I have to let people know that's not Ebony Sports Reporters. That's his opinion solely. So we've gotten it. You all have gotten it again. And as I said, this is an exclusive right here. This is an exclusive. This is information no one is talked about, no one has shared. And some of y'all, I might say this, some of y'all may know about it,
Yeah,
but
they talked
nobody's
about
doing
it. I'm
anything
about to
about
say
it.
this. They
Hmm?
talked about it. It's been talked about. I can promise you, it's talked about, and it's probably like you said, is and it's like with me. I mean, I ain't got a dog in the fight. I love where I'm at. I love my students. They take awesome care of me, and I love. What I'm saying. I just know comments were made when I was there, and all I was trying to do is bring some vision from the other side of 95, and it just I don't get it. I was it wasn't good. It wasn't
So,
good. Now I'm gonna say this. I will say the person that hired me there is awesome person. Um, I think highly of him. Uh, and he's still doing great things at Islands. So he'll always do great things. And like I said, he hired me. He gave me the job. So like I said, there was just some things. I don't think it was on him. I think some handcuff going on. Like I said, the Windsor Forest is it was an experience. It was an experience. The Lord opened up doors to learn. I learned a lot.
all right. So, Coach Julius Hall, anything else you want to put out there? Tony Mitchell, Big Bro, Tony Mitchell. You said Julius might be right. Okay, what is Julius might be right about, Coach? I mean, Tony
Everything I
Mitchell, Big
said.
Bro.
Everything I said. Everything I said is a plan, and they put people in place to make the plan work. If you really want that school to succeed, you do the right thing and put the right people in it. There's no outreach to the community.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
There's no it doesn't seem to be any outreach to the state legislators to lobby for more money. It's a lot
Big
that we need to look
Coach,
into.
Coach Julius Hall. I have a phone call, and Big Bro, Tony Mitchell, Big Brother, Big Bro,
Sir.
Big Bro.
Yes, sir.
What is Julius Hall right about? You right here talking about Julius Hall is right.
The plan. Julius probably right about the plan. Everything take a plan, and they 20 years ahead of time. I mean, how many folks been wanting Savannah State since you and I were attending class there? Everybody want that marine biology and program that Savannah State has. Savannah State football team should be thriving. They should have a booster club. Matter of fact, I had a relative that worked for Savannah State. I wanted to do some stuff with them. When they came to Colorado and played Colorado State, I spoke with the AD. I think his name was Sterling. I wanted to do some stuff with Savannah State, but they don't move. The only school that has done some business even with me is Jackson State University. That's it. Savannah State dragging. They slow with responding. I remember when the guy from I think Haiti or something family was devastated with the storm. I talked about doing something for him. They never got back with me. Never heard nothing.
That is
done with Savannah State.
That is Big Brother, my big brother.
When Ben, Dr. Bianchi left, Savannah State was a different program, and you know what I'm talking about.
The opinion of Big Brother Tony Mitchell.
But Julius is probably right. I mean, yeah, it's a plan.
He keeps going
right.
back.
He dead on time on that.
He's a dead on time.
Thank you, Tony. You got to be able to see the forest for the trees.
Yeah, absolutely.
The opinion of Big Brother Tony Mitchell is merely the opinion of Big Brother Tony Mitchell, not the opinion of Ebony sports reporters.
Right, absolutely. I'm on the outside looking in.
Along with Coach Julius Hall, again, let y'all know that's just the opinion. But we appreciate you, my brother. That's why I had to call you.
I appreciate it.
All right.
Okay.
We'll continue. Peace. Right. And so now something that was shared, that football sets the standard for many schools. And that's on Coach Sam Carter talk. But he said if you have a football team that is good, it adds spirit to the school. And then you throw in the pep rallies, but then we see that we have our programs with not being celebrated, our high school programs not being celebrated, not living up to what we remember as Julius Hall shared at the heyday, the golden time period of football here, that we don't see that anymore. So that affects our community and it affects school morale. As Coach Isaac Farrell said, that again, what happened, excuse me, that you ain't got the spirit there, so then your school will flounder. And so we got to do something about it. We got to do better. Savannah, Chatham County, we got to do better. And Savannah said we got to do better, and that we got to tap into the resources and the connections that are here to make it happen. That I should not be receiving a text message from my cousin about he had to get players helmets and shoulder pads. That was absolutely stunning to me, shocking to me.
I want my stuff back too.
Oh Lord. I'm sure they'll get it back to you.
I don't even want.
They really find out what they're doing, though. We really need to find out what's their plan. What's their plan? If your students have to go to the high school that they left to ask the coach for something, then you have problems that you need to address, and you need to address them rather quickly. If your student enrollment is down and you're having to cut staff, you have issues at this school that you need to address. What the hell are you doing? We don't need you to be there just to be no figurehead. We need you there busting your butt to get that school to where it needs to be. We need you soliciting the community. We don't need you showing up at special events with the bougie crowd, and that's the only time we ever see or hear anything from you. That's the only time you hear from this woman. You don't see her nowhere else.
We about to sign off.
Yeah. Tell her I said it. Y'all, if y'all know, tell her watch this program. Julius Hall said it. I said it. I don't see her nowhere but with the bougies. You need to get out and bust her butt trying to make that school all it should be, or get the hell out.
Isaac, don't do your eyebrows like that, like affirming what he's saying. That's again, that's the opinion of Coach Julius Hall. That is not the president is doing. Yeah. Okay. Yes, you don't see players in the community. Yeah, you don't see players.
Nothing. You don't see nothing. What this coach doing? What this athletic director doing? You don't have them out there at the Ronald McDonald House seat visiting the kids. What the hell are y'all doing? Are you out there at food giveaways, giving away food? You ain't doing nothing. Nothing. They need to damn near need to close the school now, but we don't want that.
We'll take it. Georgia Southern. We don't put our emblem on that Armstrong.
Yeah. It's slowly moving west. East. Slowly moving east.
This has been Ebony Sports Report. I'm gonna leave it up to Coach Julius Hall to close it out, but he's on a
He closed
it. He's on a rampage. So again, and head coach of Tatno County High School, Coach Isaac Farrell. He is here in the house with us. It has been breaking news with regards to this. So we say, please, those of you checking out the show, just don't check out the show. But now let's begin to proceed and engage in some action and make changes out of a high school level, or supporting Savannah State and supporting any other school that needs this type of support. Because again, we could be a catalyst here, because east of 95, we can make something happen, because we got everything. Counties in Georgia, counties in South Carolina, and northern Florida. We got the base, and then going up to central Georgia also, and southwest Georgia, and to Atlanta. Yes. So it's been glad to have you, Coach.
I enjoyed it. Hopefully you can get something rolling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let me know if y'all need some help. I'm on the tail end of my career. I got 3 more years on that grass. I hope I can make it.
Come on back and join us anytime, Coach.
I will. You know what else? Like I told him, I think this is the area I want to move into. The athletic director realm is kind of this moving into that area, and I've learned a lot. Like I said, from Georgia Southern and dealing with our alumni board, and just seeing it. Like I sit down, I go to their meetings and go to just listening to how they operating and how they getting money. Now, I understand something now. They got it's crazy over there too now. Don't get it twisted. But what they do a good job of doing is, which we got to do, is hiding the crazy. Hide your crazy, but it's all about perception. And I know we got to go. It's the 4 B's. What we got to understand when you in administrative roles, as far as an athletic, you got the buildings, buses, bands, and ball teams. You take care of them 4 B's, everything else will take care of itself.
Okay.
And the reason I say buses because that's on the high school level. The buses ain't running right, you're gonna have some problems. Them ball teams ain't taken care of, you're gonna have some problems. And you know, like I know, at the HBCU and at the high school level, the band people can cause some problems. So you have to make sure the band taken care of. The 4 B's, the buildings, buses, bands, and ball teams. What kind of buildings do I have? What kind of, and I think you get the vision for each one, and you rocking and rolling now. Y'all tell Savannah State when they get ready for AD, I don't work for free though.
Okay. All right.
His daughters and his wife, they are all crazy too. They are crazy. They
low country bred. I'm the only. They ain't none of them here. She'll be in here in a minute. I really try to hold on, let her walk in that door in a minute. Then y'all can see what. So they said, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm gonna say, Claude got me over here.
Claude, who?
Oh, I didn't say it.
Who?
I meant to say Jamal.
You family, so it don't even matter. It don't even matter. You know,
CL. We call him CL on the low.
On the low.
CL.
But I enjoy it. I love him.
I
tell you, I learned so much from him, and I'm telling you, I sit there and tell them kids when I was at Savannah at Windsor Forest, and I'd be telling them Black history. I'm like, do y'all even realize this is the largest import of slavery? For real? I'm like, dude, what in the hell is wrong with y'all? I said, it is, I'm telling you, our kids, it ain't just over there. They losing it.
Mm-hmm.
We losing. We are losing the battle so bad as far as knowledge is going. And that's what I try to instill in mind. I do a thing with my team called a Warrior Check. Every day I do some kind of devotional, some kind of knowledge-based deal before we touch the grass. Every single day. And I try to put that in them. And because it's more than X and O's for me. And I mean, I win. I ain't going to brag. I win where I go, but that's part of it. Is we got to teach. You got to teach them kids. So here go the thing. The football alumni at Savannah State ought to be pissed off. I guarantee you, I can promise you, Georgia Southern alumni roll up in there and that thing ain't going right. It's gonna be some, hey man, what's the problem around here? Because like I said, I'm on our board, the EFAA board. We have about 300 former players. And this is what they get. And this is just this is what Coach Quinn wanted to do. It costs each alumni $120 to join. All right, so now you take 300 times 120. All right, so that's part of our money. So now what that gets them is they get a polo shirt, they get 2 tickets to the game, and they get a tailgate party every time they come to the game. We do a reverse raffle. We raise $100,000 in one night at this reverse raffle. Cause I ain't gonna tell you, I think we might even raffle from Savannah State stuff off. So I mean, we raffle off anything, but we make $100,000, and then I put on the Earl Russell Classic, and we use the stadium. See, Chatham kind of tried to steal my little thing and tried to get me to do something. They wanted to call it the 95 Classic, but it didn't go over well because she wanted to pull me in there and say, "Hey, show us how to do it." I said, "Man, I don't work for free. Why would I do that?" So the Earl Russell Classic, we just played it last week and made over $30,000. And those are just opportunities. Those are things that we do to do.
And who played it? Who played it?
Who played in it?
Who played the Eric Russell Classic? Mm-hmm.
I put it on, but this year we had Statesboro High, Southeast Bullock, Portal, and Twiggs County. In the past, we've had Benedictine has played in it twice, and we've had all kind of schools from Fort Dorchester, South Carolina. We've had teams from Florida. What I do is next year we've got Effingham and Burke County, Southeast and Statesboro gonna play in it again. And see, y'all got the perfect venue right there at Memorial. Oh my God, I'd have a show. I tell you what, if I was down there, I'd just do like the Bash in Savannah and just have all of them play each other right there, and just you could make some show enough money, and just have them all come in and play each other. We played 2 games in one night, $15 ticket. You get 2 football games, and then you get your kids, the high school kids, get to come in and play in a college venue. I mean, those are just some fundraising deals that you can make. And that's it. We're, like I said, we're a bunch of old football players. We have on our board, we got football players, cheerleaders, managers, and there's about 10 of us. And we meet once a month and talk about, and we've gotten so big that we make a little, anytime they have an athletic something, one of us gonna be at that meeting. They know that an EFAA person probably y'all better, because they want that money. Money talk. At the end of the day, they know that we're gonna give them some money, so they're gonna give us a voice. And I think that's what Quinn wanted me before he left. Quinn had talked about this, and me and him, how he wanted to start the Tiger Football Alumni Association, and because it's not that hard to do it. All you gotta do is get you 1 or 2 alumni, get you a database. We hire. Matter of fact, we have a graduate assistant, a black guy we just hired, Jamar Lincoln. We pay his tuition, we pay his room and board, and all he does is handle. And he has an office at the athletic department. So guess what? That give us some. And he sits in there, and he can answer them. He answered us. And we pay his tuition, and it's a graduate. We got so big until it's a graduate assistantship. We got our own graduate assistant, so that's how your alumni can go in there and start making a little noise that way. So, but anyway,
Jamal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We appreciate it. Glad to have you. We'll have you back on. The other people, Coach Bernard Brown, he is getting lemon pepper wings and drinking Patron. And Long, he got Hennessy and Natural Light. Coach Rob Jiggy is still down in New Orleans. No telling what he's doing down there, on Bourbon Street and all that. You drinking bourbon. Oh, no, he like yak. He like yak, though. He's probably drinking yak. And also with his cards. But thank God they're not on tonight, because we have good people on the show tonight. Good people who believe in God, God-fearing people, God-loving people who don't engage in that type of activity.
I'm drinking cucumber water.
All right. Again, it's every sports reporter. Check us out. But we say share this. And then also now understand there's some actions we need to be taking right now as a community, as an individual, to make our programs better here in Savannah, Chatham County, Georgia, and at Savannah State University. We support the efforts that are going on, the people doing the work, but then also we know we got to take it up a notch. All right. I'll let y'all later. Peace and blessings.
Good night. Yeah, I was soft, but good night.
like that.